It's so weird that you guys don't. No one's using headphones anymore
because
it's tripping me up.
I think they're performative. And no offense, you use them?
Oh no, it's like my way to not get distracted.
Oh my God, no! I think I'm like the first time we came in here to sit down and do it, I was like, do we need these? But then
no one uses them anymore. When I ask people to use them, they're just like, really? I'm like, yeah, doesn't it? It makes you feel like you're in your own.
If we weren't in like
a studio
where someone else was like listening and it was fine, then yeah, I'd want to like make sure that everything sounded okay. But now not having where I'm like, I can't. I would be like too distracted by like my voice and how I sound.
I think I like to hear myself. I think that I like the way that I sound with all the other noise blocked out.
I think that's going to be a surprise to no one who knows you that's listening to this. Number one. Number two, you always have fab hair. Don't you feel like it? Like you have to do you put it over your ears or do you wear it like a headband?
You know, I go back and forth, depending on how I feel that day, whether it's a just washed day or like a 2-day, kind of hairdo. Yeah, no, I alternate.
Either works for you or against you.
Yeah.
Well, a couple times we've done Nick's, I like forgot they use them, and then I like my hair looks really good right now. What am I supposed to do? This isn't a like pushback moment. I don't want to project, but don't you think that sometimes people it's a little performative when they wear them? They're like,
I don't think of it as performative. I just think of it as like,
yeah, I've never thought of it. Now I'm going to be insecure.
Well, I guess I'm cynical.
This is I'm just performative.
This is my podcast equipment. Like that kind of thing?
Yeah. Like it honestly feels like a sacrifice because it makes us look fugglier. So performative,
I mean, it gives like Diane Sawyer a little bit. Like I just think it's committal, but I think that you're doing it because you actually like to listen to yourself.
Yeah.
Whereas some people are just like, I'm a podcaster.
Welcome to Disrespectfully
with Katie Maloney
and Dana Cathan.
Unapologetically,
we're here to do what we want to do.
Spilling the tea.
Babe, you're going to see the power of women, like disrespectfully.
Anyway, hi. Welcome back. I guess we should, we've already gotten into it, but.
Hi.
Hello, Stassi Schroeder.
Hey. So today we have 3-time New York Times bestseller.
That's exciting.
Author in the house.
Exciting.
Yo, I can't believe I'm here right now in the official studio. Seriously.
I know, you're our third guest.
I was just about to say, I was like, I haven't seen you guys have guests.
So we had a porn star who was first, the Girth Master.
Funsies.
If you missed that episode, go back. It's great. He's great. Gave us his model of his.
Seriously?
He gave us a dildo when
How
he was
big?
here.
The Fiji bottle? The Celsius?
You're familiar with wine bottles?
No, meaning like, yes, I am. You're full of shit. No one has a penis that big.
Okay, so he gave us his mold, his dildo. And he was like, the person, it shrunk a little bit. So it's like, and the dildo's like pretty sizable.
Yeah.
No, he is. That's his whole thing is he holds a wine bottle and it looks like me holding this. Because his hand is so large.
His hand is big. There's a photo of him holding a wine bottle in one hand and his peen in the other. And it
looks the same. It's like, you can't tell which one is Sauv Blanc and which one is not.
I wouldn't like that.
No. I think a lot of people don't like it, but a lot of people, there's like a niche for it and you have to be a really, really brave person to take it on.
Right.
But we always said we didn't want this to be a guest-centric show, so we would have one like once a month. But anyway, like Parasocial, I met him on TikTok. We became friends because of his big giant dick. I sent her the photo and I was like, this can't be real. So we ended up having him on and then had Ariana on and then forgot to have a guest. And we're like, hey, we should probably have some more guests on.
Lucky number 3.
Yeah.
Lucky number 3.
It's you. What's going on? Tell us about your life.
Your book tour.
Just got back from my book tour and I'm tired. I was just telling you guys. I'm just like, I'm really ready to just like be boring for a little while. I want to just like stay in my house. A book tour is a lot. It's a different flight every day. It's meeting like 1,000 people every day.
How long was it, the tour?
It was like 9 days. So it's just traveling on a different plane, like, the dryness that you get, it's like, I'm tired.
Yeah. I was watching your stories and when you were in New York, like you were busy. I was like, this is like her third outfit of the day.
No, it was I'd say I don't want to complain and bitch about it because like how lucky am I to be able to do that?
Of course.
And it was like, of course, so incredible. And it's been so incredible to have this book, but to wake up for glam at like 4:30 in the morning, I'm like, why did I should have just done my own glam. Like granted, I would never have looked as good as I did, but like, there's just something about having to wake up at 4:30 that's like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Why would I get up? I can't even think of a reason why I would do that. Like, so good on you. Like, when is the last time you were up at 4:30?
Probably to catch a flight.
Probably for traveling. And in that case, gremlin, full goblin mode, like no
Oh, wait,
hotness.
do you go to the airport looking like a troll?
Do you not?
No.
Is there any other way?
She wears like a full.
Oh,
fit.
Stassi.
Oh, I do my foundation.
Oh my God. Have you ever worn makeup to the airport in your life?
Yeah.
Okay, both of you are not good examples of this. You are hot too. I don't know. I don't do that.
Okay, the airport is our runway. And you never know who you're going to meet or see. You never know if a flight's going to be delayed all day long and then you're going to be up in the Delta Sky Lounge, you know, just like meeting your next dream partner, and you're going to look like shit because you didn't put on a little bit of mascara.
Facts, but the thing is, I'm the personality hire at the airport. I don't need. That's what I'm shooting for. I'm like, I don't need you to think I'm hot. Like, you're gonna sit down next to me.
No, but someone needs to be attracted to you for that conversation to even start.
No, I'm hearing you, and I'm also single, so maybe we're seeing a little bit of connection happening. But yeah, no, I'm not doing.
But
that.
I've had this conversation. We've had this conversation many times where it's like when it comes to like running errands or like going out for the day, when you'd rather put on the leggings, like. You're wearing a belt and heels right now.
I have been getting dressed. She has inspired me. I wore leggings for 4 straight years, COVID. And then we started doing this podcast and I was like, oh, I'm just going to be comfy.
I think
and then
you wore you wore this actually on Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah. Yeah.
Black top jeans.
Yep. Then we went into the leggings. The legging phase of it. And then Katie's actually inspired me. She always puts a cute fit on.
Because I was like, listen, you never know who you might run into at Hair One that could be your husband or your boyfriend or girlfriend.
Surgeon.
I don't know.
But,
well, okay, that was a particular case, but I mean, yeah, when it comes to the airport, yeah, if I am catching like a 6 a.m. flight, I'm probably not putting on makeup because I want to just sleep as long as possible and then go. But yeah, if it's like an 11 a.m. flight, a later on the day flight, yeah, I'm gonna.
No, it doesn't matter what fucking time it is.
That's commitment.
You know what? Here, how about this? Because I have a lot of travel coming up. How about for the next year, I will commit to myself that I'm going to do this, put in a small amount of effort in the same way that you've changed me on this podcast. And if I meet the love of my life, then you can say you're right.
But also just see how good you feel when you're just like prancing around the airport. Like there's nothing better. There's no better feeling than feeling chic at the airport. Truly.
I wouldn't know that feeling. So,
and there's no worse feeling than feeling like a troll at the airport.
I think it's worse to feel like you want 10 more minutes of sleep and then have to get up and shellac yourself. But, you know, we'll see.
What will the 10 extra minutes do?
It's a mental thing.
I could do like a tinted moisturizer, like a serum with a little bit of. That's easy. You could do that on the way to the airport.
Oh, that's so cute that you guys just like have such like gorgeous skin. You don't need like foundation and all that stuff.
Oh, please. Please. Okay, back to you. So we did our book tour.
Did my book tour.
When did you find out that you had, because we have to address, that's the big rumor of the day. You're a 3 times New York list bestselling author. Who called you and told you? Or was it in person? Like what happened that day?
Lo called me and told me. Well, I was with Bo at home looking like shit. I hadn't done my makeup yet. Psoriasis just all over my face. And then he's just like starting to film me. And I'm like, oh, that has to mean actually good news. Because if it was bad news, you wouldn't dare pick up that fucking phone. You know what I mean? And so Lo called me and just, told me. And honestly, this time felt way crazier than the other times.
Why is that?
Yeah,
I don't know. There's something about like cried more with this one. It was just, this book was so hard to write. And it was, I don't know. You know, the first one, it's like I was on Vanderpump Rules like while it was, you know, being released. So like it was a walking billboard to watch the show and have people buy it. And then the second one, it's like it was the first time people had heard from me. So like I assumed people would want to buy it because of that. But this time, not only was it harder to write, but I'm like, do people fucking care? Like, I don't know. People might not care, you know? And so it just feels like, holy shit. Like, I did all the things. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I think that imposter syndrome is built into every woman
100,
ever.
100%.
So
Every day.
Why do you feel like this one was harder to write?
Because the very act of like writing a book is girl bossy and putting pressure on myself. But I'm writing about taking pressure off of ourselves. And like, I'm writing about the fact that like, why the do we have to do it all? But while I was writing it, I was like 8-9 months pregnant and then postpartum. I felt like I was having to do it all. And I was so stressed out. And I was just like calling my book agent and just calling people, just being like, I'm a fraud. I'm a fraud. And then I just had to remind myself, like, I am writing this for myself because I want to like practice this. Like, I want to not want to have it all. Like, it's exhausting, you know?
So you were literally learning as you went.
Yeah.
What kind of, like, when was there any kind of practices you started putting into place to help take that pressure off yourself?
Oh, it's just like a mindset. Truly, it's a mindset. And it's also, you're going to fucking roll your eyes. And I can't believe I'm going to say this. Okay. I'm not this person. If like 10 years ago, if you said that I was going to talk about this type of shit, I would have like literally been like, slap me, don't let me live.
I can't wait.
But like, I really do practice gratitude.
Oh no. Why is that? I talk about that all the time.
So cringe and so like namaste.
It's life
Oh my God, no, it isn't. Gratitude,
It's amazing.
it changed my entire life.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, you're with the right audience.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah,
we
yeah.
always say on the show, thank you more, please. Like when something good happens to you, just say out loud, even if you get a parking spot that you wanted.
Yes.
Thank you more, please.
No, the
Changes your
little
life.
things, just like recognizing throughout the day, the little joys, the little wins, like as insignificant as they are, it's like, oh, I'm so thankful for that. And it really does just like help me to be like, I'm happy with what I have. I don't need more.
I think we tend to like, harp on or hyper focus on all the things we don't have or the things that we missed or could have had, that it does rob us of like all the little wonderful things that we do have. So taking that like inventory every once in a while, like as small or as big as those like things are, does help with that mindset.
It
for
really
sure.
does.
It makes you just feel like I do have it all. Even if there's still, you know, more out there that I do want to attain. I think just like those little things along the way, I think listen.
Yeah, you're
gratitude all day.
Gratitude girlies in here.
Do you feel like you were ungrateful before and you were just
I don't
like,
think I
everything sucks, or-
recognized the little things. Like, I don't think I acknowledged them at all. Like, you know, getting a Starbucks coffee, like whatever, fuck it. But now when I could get my Starbucks coffee, like my iced shaken brown espresso, I'm like, I am so lucky that I get to taste this. Like, what? I never would have fucking thought that way before, ever.
Do you feel like being a mom has played into that?
I think it's a mixture of like being a mom, COVID, you know, everything that went down in 2020, having to just figure shit out, that you just like have to learn to like find joy in things that you weren't used to finding joy in, you know?
Oh yeah. Well, because we didn't think, who knows if we would have had those things again.
Yeah, and I
just
said
even sitting across from somebody, you're like,
No, I
I'm
know.
really grateful for this.
when I was in my leggings there, I was like, no, it's so...
No, like it's so wild that we lived through that. And then
It's
we just
really
like
crazy.
don't talk about it anymore.
Well, they say that it's like, so we're in the new normal, we've been in it for a long time, but that there's such an undercurrent of PTSD that everyone has from it, but we just, like you said, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
But it's still here. Like we all are so, you know, get grinded down thinking about that time.
Yeah.
And like other viruses keep like popping up and we're like, oh, is this going to be another COVID? Can't wait to find out.
No, I think we're all like, ugh. We have virus fatigue. We're just like, and what else?
But like, I would like a break.
Yeah, that'd
We
be
should
awesome.
just like be at home.
Yeah.
I just
People always talk about being in unprecedented times and they're like, I miss precedented times.
Oh yeah.
I miss some
No,
precedent.
that's lovely. You're like, I would love to go out and play today, but can't.
but I can't. Yeah.
Gotta
I
stay
miss not
home.
having a choice. You know?
Yeah, I mean, there was a period of time where we all really embraced it in those like first like few months,
I
and
know.
then
We'll
after that,
FaceTime each other and play games and like all the things.
let's talk hair. I've got medium thick strands that tend to get a little crazy.
I'd say medium thick.
Yeah, but I mean, some of them are, I don't know. It's not consistent. Let's just face it. Especially when the fall humidity hits, it just poofs right up. That's why I've been obsessed with Ouai lately. Their shampoo and conditioner are specifically made for different hair types. I do use the thick one. So whether you've got fine, medium, or thick hair, they've got a formula that is just right for you.
Ouai has seriously upgraded my hair game, and we know that I've been needing help. I'm using the medium hair shampoo and conditioner, and let me tell you, it's giving me the perfect balance of hydration, volume, without weighing my hair down. My hair feels so soft and shiny and manageable, finally, which is saying something for these frizz-prone strands.
Absolutely. I took Ouai's hair quiz, and it was honestly so spot on. I've noticed way less frizz, especially with their conditioning hair mask for thick strands. It hydrates and strengthens my hair, and I swear it's like my hair has a whole new life.
It's the only quiz I've ever passed. I love the hair quiz.
Congrats.
Same with their detox shampoo. It gets rid of buildup from styling products and sweat and leaves hair feeling so refreshed. It's become my go-to for resetting hair after a long week.
I am obsessed with the detox because I use a lot of styling products.
Yeah, you do.
And it really helps wash them away. And here's the thing, whether you've got fine, medium, or thick hair, Ouai has you covered. They've got formulas for everyone, and the products not only work, but my favorite part is they smell so good.
You love a good smelling product. Ready to step up your hair care routine? Ouai will make sure your hair looks and feels incredible no matter what your hair type is.
Wash your way to healthy hair and get a routine that's made just for you by Ouai. Head over to TheOuai.com and use the promo code disrespectfully for 15% off any product.
That's TheOuai.com, code disrespectfully. You're going to love your hair this fall. Picture this. It's a crisp fall evening. The air outside is just cool enough that you're curled up in your bed with your favorite show and maybe a little hot tea. But here's the thing. As cozy as that sounds, it doesn't really hit until I've refreshed my bed for fall with Boll and Branch.
Oh, I know, right? I've never thought to change my beddings with the season until I tried Boll and Branch. Their sheets are just the softest thing ever, and they're made with 100% cotton, so they feel like you're slipping into luxury every night. We're luxurious ladies.
Mm-hmm.
I started with their signature sheets, and honestly, they are game changers, and they just get softer and softer with every wash.
And the best part is they're breathable but still warm, so your bed doesn't feel too heavy or too hot. Perfect for those crisp fall nights. I also added their waffle blanket on top, and it's like I built the coziest sanctuary for fall. Seriously, no more messing around with random sleep hacks. Just upgrade your bedding. Duh. Why didn't I think of it?
Exactly. What I love most about Boll and Branch is you can feel the quality immediately. Like, these sheets are just buttery soft right out of the box. I got them in stone color, which is this gorgeous earthy shade that fits perfectly with my fall vibes.
Same here. And now I'm sleeping better than I ever have. Plus, Boll and Branch offers free design consultations so you can build your dream bed with their help, because I personally am not creative like that, but they figured it out. And with a 30-night worry-free guarantee, it's risk-free. I'm hooked.
If you're ready to level up your sleep game this fall, Boll and Branch has you covered.
Start getting your best sleep with Boll and Branch. Right now, you can get 20% off plus free shipping on your first set of sheets at bollandbranch.com with promo code disrespectfully. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND branch.com, promo code disrespectfully for 20% off and free shipping. Limited time only, exclusions apply, so check out the site for details. Did either of you learn how to make sourdough bread?
No, I never
I
did
feel
that.
like you didn't.
No.
Did you? Because I am passionate about sourdough bread. Never once tried to make. I like to eat it.
Yeah,
And I keep seeing it online. I'm like, did I miss my chance, or should
You're
I
like
try
a trad
sourdough?
wife.
Yeah, that's me. You know, super traditional girl.
Yeah, you could be like the girl that made it on the plane.
What?
Oh,
We talked about this
my
like a few
God.
weeks ago. There was a girl on TikTok that she was like going to visit her sister. So on the way there, she was doing her sourdough starter for her, which if you know anything about that, you have to like massage it and like do the thing every like 30 minutes on a plane. That is disgusting.
Wow.
Bacteria bread.
We had just been
This
talking
one.
about. Okay, so you believe in makeup at the airport. How do you feel about doing makeup on a plane?
Oh, do what you need to do. I don't care.
It's very, if you have to and it's an emergency, okay, but they're just so bacteria
Well,
filled,
most-
and you're touching your face.
like
and you're,
skincare.
skincare or like, yeah. And so we were talking about that. And then the next week we saw a video where someone it had to be rage bait, making a full on. Also, if someone sits next to me, pulls out living yeast, and I'm like, there's already so many spurs of things I don't want to be dealing with in here. How mad would you be if you were the seatmate?
I don't
Like, it'd
know
be
what
like,
living
no.
yeast looks like.
Well, it looks like it can have a conversation with you. So if anything someone opens up something on a
like a
jar and it
little
looks like it's
friend.
bilingual, then you should probably know it's time to alert someone of a health hazard, okay?
I'd rather someone take their shoes off and have their stinky dogs out, to be honest, to be truthful. Like, or like a crying baby. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't start me on the
I
crying
know.
babies.
I know. I
Don't
looked at
give
you
us
and I
your
thought about
perspective.
yours.
Traumatized. No,
This-
flying with children are it's
Okay.
the fucking worst.
What was-
And my kids, Hartford specifically, Messer was fine. Hartford, the amount of blood curdling screams and tantrums because she didn't get what she wanted at certain parts of the plane. Granted, I just went to Italy, so it was like a 12-hour flight. Like that's a lot for kids.
Totally.
I am a shell of who I am. Part of my soul has left the building. Like I'm forever fucking changed. I am not who I was before flying with them.
So this is one specific flight that went really badly,
No,
or like
both.
a bunch of in general?
No, both. This is like to and from. Yeah.
Mm.
You know.
Bo posted a story the other night where it was like just he's like the crescendo of whatever, and it was like both of them like just screaming, and I could hear you in the bathroom being like, "Are you guys joking right now? Are you guys for real?" just screaming. I was just like,
That's the soundtrack of our house so much of the time because when Hartford starts screaming, then Messer's like, I should be crying too. And this vice versa. Like if Messer's genuinely crying, Hartford will just pretend to start crying to the point where she starts crying. And that's just.
What a little thespian.
Yeah.
Just a real drama queen.
And then she'll go and look at herself in the mirror as she's crying. So it's like a full thing.
We've all done that.
Yeah. I mean,
I think that's
she
just
might,
that's just a
she might
this
win
is
an
girly
Oscar someday.
things.
We just don't know.
It's just girly things.
The plane thing, I feel so bad frequently when people are talking shit about babies crying on planes. Babies cry and they freak out, and it's obviously a bummer for everyone. Put noise canceling
that's
headphones
what I
or
mean.
something.
Doesn't everyone have noise canceling headphones?
But
at
I'm
this
guessing
point?
the person suffering more than anyone on that flight are the parents of the person with the child. When you're like, please stop crying, please.
Have you ever had your blood run cold for 12 hours straight? Have you ever had your heart in your butt for 12 hours straight? That's what it's like to be a parent on a plane.
Yeah. Have you ever like sent the text message to the wrong person, got on the plane and not had internet?
Okay, that's probably the same feeling. So parents and that person.
So I can relate. Just kidding.
Yeah, you basically are a mother of two, obviously. Katie's been there, done that.
No, I'm just saying.
I flew with my cat from the East Coast in December. And she cried, and it was upsetting for me. So I'm basically
saying,
like,
that was
you have children.
A sphincter tightening flight. You know what I mean? It's just it.
Here, let's also throw something out there. How about, and obviously you don't just want to like go up to someone and touch their kids. I once saw a mom and she had tears in her eyes. She had an infant on her chest screaming. Her toddler was screaming. They had I don't even know how they got all the bags to where they were. We were at Burbank and everyone was just staring at her, and I went up to her and I was like, can I help you? Can I take your bag somewhere? Like, what do you need? And she started bawling when I
love
asked,
that.
and I just like put her bags aside and she went to the bathroom with the kids. And I know I'm like a really good person, and I was looking for
Dana, most people wouldn't do that.
Oh my God. Well, I don't know. It's because my sister has kids, so I just looked at her and was like, who is helping this person? And helped her get on the plane. And then I was at the front and she was the back. So I don't know what the rest of her journey was, but she like hugged me so hard when we got in the plane and was like, thank you. And I'm like, can we maybe compassion is what we should do.
Rangers show me a little bit of kindness
Jesus.
on a plane. It means the fucking world to me.
Totally.
Just one little comment being like, I remember that, like, or I remember those days, like, because their kids are grown or something. Just one little thing so that I don't feel like a complete like wreck of a mom, you know?
Yeah. No, I have, listen, a joke, but I have complete compassion because it's like, obviously, like, there's nothing anyone can do. The kid.
Yeah, like, are we just supposed to never travel?
Are
That's
gonna,
not
yeah,
fair.
well, that's not fair either. But
crazy.
also, like, with the screaming, it's like, don't you think that if the parent could calm and soothe the child, that they would if they could? Like,
We're
it just
trying all
is
the
what it
things.
fucking is, folks. When people just, you know, I mean, like, yeah, it's not pleasant, but like, what are you gonna do? Like, get mad at the parents and tell them they shouldn't travel, or get mad at them, tell them to shut their kid up? Like, hello, what do you think they're trying to do?
Well, that's what the emergency exit's for. You know, you just kind of.
I don't know.
Well, again, but the headphone thing. Have you ever once in your life traveled without headphones? I've never been on an airplane without headphones before, is my point. So I'm just like, why don't you just, I get if you only have a book or whatever, but the majority of the population has them. So if you're upset by a noise, you're having some noise pollution, why don't you just
I mean,
plug
that's
those in,
my
put some
mentality
Metallica
where
on
it's
and
like,
just-
put on your noise canceling. Like,
Well,
you know,
I don't have noise canceling, but I have headphones.
okay.
I know. I do the wire.
Wow.
Oh
you're
yeah, she does. It's
You're
so
so hip. You're just you're just like so.
No, it's like a
I like them,
2004
girl.
I like
Panic
them.
at the Disco.
I like
girl.
them. They shut up. They fit better in my ear. I feel like they sound better. The ones that go over my ears, they hurt the top of my head.
No, you just do the little
AirPods.
Yeah, the
I'm a
AirPod.
big fan of the
I
AirPod.
don't like those.
Well, then we can't
I have
help you.
2
But she's
pairs.
like the iPod commercial that they're in gray, like dancing around with their wires. That's Katie.
But I have
it's part of your aesthetic.
I have very loud music, so that will go up.
Yeah, that's helpful. Well, even that. But I'm just saying, if you are going to choose to sit there and raw dog a flight, there's consequences to those actions.
You.
That's on
That
you.
is
I don't know what else to say
completely
about it.
on you.
And if I see someone being mean to, on the flip side of that, in terms of helping a parent, if I see someone being mean to someone or making them feel bad, I don't want to get on the no-fly list, but we'll have a problem. Like, I don't appreciate that either.
Oh my God,
I'm like,
Dana just out here, just defending
Oh.
parents everywhere.
absolutely.
Crusader.
I am. I'm the
Okay,
airline cliche.
Joan of Arc over
I have
here.
a question that relates to the theme of your book. Okay, so you can't have it all,
Mhm.
and nor like should you, but I mean you could. You deserve it. But if you could have it all in one area of your life,
Oh, fuck. My family. My
what
like,
would that look like though? Like what would it look like
I
to
do
have it all?
When it comes
would
to my family.
I would
Yeah.
agree. Okay, so another area.
You know what? you know what? I'd like to be able to, having it all in terms of what my family looks like. I'd love to have more kids if I was just like insanely wealthy and had the most amount of help ever. That would be like, I look at like Chrissy Teigen and I'm like, damn, you have 4 kids. Like, how the fuck are you doing that? Like, well, there's probably like a nanny for each kid.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
can't afford that. So like having it all would look like a really big family, but I had enough money
With a
for a lot
bottomless
of help.
bank account.
Yeah.
There. Listen.
I
Can't
think
argue with that.
everyone would have kids and more kids if there was just like
I know.
what support does for people. Like they don't understand, like parents who don't have any help at all, single parents.
I
like
don't know how
do they do that?
How I think of single parents every day, multiple times a day, because I do have help and Hartford's in school. So it's like I have a husband who does half the things that I do. So like I'm supported, but I still get overwhelmed all day long. And I literally think like there are people who are just doing this alone.
Can't
And
imagine.
I don't understand.
They do it alone and then they like work like
Yeah.
70 hours a week and then they're that is like I'm exhausted thinking about that and I don't even like
I nap probably more than Hartford does. So I'm like, I couldn't imagine like being responsible for another little person and you're going to disrupt my nap schedule. That's crazy. I'm like,
My God,
I
like,
can
what's
barely
napping?
feed myself.
Ugh.
I'm like hungry and I'm like I start crying while looking in the mirror and I'm like
No, literally, Katie, though, that's me. Like, Bo's mainly like the meals person because
so what we all need is Bo.
how
We all
is
just-
Bo?
He's
How's
really
Bo?
good.
Did they come with you on the book tour or were they?
No, Bo was that was
Bo was still
amazing.
doing it? Okay.
Bo was doing like his like journal entries number 6 of like what he was doing back home with the kids and just like
Yeah.
they've got Stassi who's like fashion week doing this and then there's Bo who's like well the laundry machine is broken. He's doing puppet shows for Harvard because she's having like melts. It was
Yeah.
Bo's like the best.
It was good content. No, it was really good content.
Bo is a really
He
great.
dadded it
Is there okay? What about Bo? Do you think like your opinion of him has changed in what ways since becoming parents or just over the years?
Oh, I think just like a lot of respect. Like there was already respect in our relationship to begin with. I think
Mhm.
that's why it works. But when you see someone just fully step up to the plate and change who they are, because you do change who you are when you have kids. You can't help it. Even when you try really hard not to change and to stay the same, like you do. And to watch him just shift into this person seamlessly, no complaints. So I mean, like we bitch to each other, but you know what I'm saying? Just really do it. It's like my respect for him it couldn't be higher, you know?
Yeah,
And the fact that he's okay with just like, he is like, he gives stay-at-home dad vibes, you know? Like, yeah, like he still works and stuff, but not as much as I do. So like I'm having to like carry most of the load and he's just like, I couldn't run this house. Like he runs the house. He does the grocery shopping. He like does the cleaning. He does all of that stuff. Like he knows things about the kids that I don't know and their school schedule. And like I couldn't do what I do if I didn't have him, you know?
oh,
I don't know.
that makes me so happy to hear.
Well, same. And also stay-at-home parents in general are like, again, superheroes. Even if you have support, being it with children, if you've never done it before, being with multiple little children for an 8-hour period is
It's
the most draining thing
No,
that
it's like
I
the-
think
it's the
exists.
worst.
So for him to be
No,
able to do that for an
it's-
extended period of time.
It is so hard. I will say this, any day that I have spent, not me just like bitching about parenting right now, but
Also,
I'm like, my family is like having it all.
If you don't talk shit about your kids, how are you going to get through
No,
it also? Like, you love
100%.
them, but they're like, you don't talk
No,
shit.
It would be side eyeing if you were like we had nothing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Even remotely
let
negative
me
to
know, I'm
say.
gonna bitch away. No, the days that we are just at home with the kids, no help, no school, no nothing, are the harder than any work day I've ever had in my fucking life.
Yep.
In my entire life. And that's parenting.
Just energy nonstop, just like to entertain, to soothe.
It's constant. There is no break from it. It's not just physical and mental and emotional. It's like it's all of it. Your brain can just never stops working. There's no time to rest. You have to like make sure kids are alive.
Well, the second they get up and start moving, that's it.
Yeah.
You're just completely fucked.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of daddies,
Smooth.
we got to do our daddy list. We usually do it more in the beginning, but
this
it's
is
fine.
very all over the place, but
prepared.
that's fine. Okay, great.
So
Let's
Who's
have you.
first?
Let's have you start. Who's
Let's-
who's
yeah.
on your daddy list?
Okay.
Let the people know.
Let's shout out for a second. Did you guys see Trap?
which is that?
Yes, with M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Oh, is that new?
Oh my God,
No,
Katie.
it came out a few months ago.
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
where
the
have
second
I-
the trailer came out, I was just like counting down the
and I
days.
love M. Night Shyamalan. So what the fuck am I
it's
doing?
so good, but Josh Hartnett is the main person. When I saw the trailer, I was like, Josh Hartnett was one of my like people growing up. You know, it was like Joaquin Phoenix, Josh Hartnett, like when those were like my teen like crushes, like that's who I rode so hard for. To see Josh Hartnett in this light, I don't want to give away in the trailer they tell you that he's
you know
he's
in
the
trailer.
killer, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
Hot.
way that they like try to make him fugly and serial killery, and you just can't. They even show him shirtless with like dad bod at the end. And I'm like, can't make me not like
I
him.
prefer a dad bod. Like a dad bod's great.
A dad bod makes me feel better about myself.
Like that's the best they could do is like here he is with not a six pack.
Literally.
Like shut the fuck up.
no, Josh Hartnett needs like a what would they say, like a Josh-a-thons?
Yeah.
But like he like when you think about who he is and like who he's become, like started with like Pearl Harbor.
Oh,
I've never seen Pearl
Get
Harbor.
the fuck out of
That's
here.
one of the big. We always talk about this. There's like I see so many movies. There's big movies throughout pop culture history that I've missed. I've never seen that.
Oh my
my
God,
God.
Dana,
Go home and watch
right
it
now
immediately.
and just watch Pearl Harbor. That's like where the whole Josh Hartnett. That's where it all began.
Is
Well,
Ben
maybe that's
Affleck
why
when he was like
He was never.
Yeah, real
Josh Hartnett
peak.
was like never my thing. So
maybe
that's
because you
why.
didn't watch Pearl Harbor.
Maybe that's why.
Anyway,
Now
Wicker
we know.
Park. Whoa, he was so
oh
hot.
yeah, 100%. But like now seeing him like he's just like living in the middle of nowhere with like his wife and like 3 kids and just doesn't care about Hollywood, but sometimes comes in to make a movie and then he like hits the red carpet in like a Gen Z outfit and it makes it look like so amazing. I'm like, why are we not talking more about Josh Hartnett? Like
The Joshes are having a Josh-a-sance because do you see Joshua Jackson? He was on my daddy list last week at the Emmys.
no, I
Holy-
did it. So you guys, I
holy
didn't
shit.
watch Dawson's Creek.
She didn't either.
Okay.
Barely. I've never seen.
But it doesn't
television or
matter. You've
movies.
seen things that
But I
Josh
knew.
has been in, and it's
Yeah.
like he, was so cute and such like a heartthrob. And then he like kind of, as he got older, you're like, okay, like he's he's getting older. But I don't know. He stepped out and was like,
Do you think that it's because everyone's getting those facelifts that are like $150,000 before they're needed, and so everyone's all of a sudden looking snatched?
we're trying to figure out what it is that they're doing because Christina Aguilera.
I don't wanna
there's
say it's-
Winona Ryder.
Lindsay
We don't wanna
Lohan,
discriminate
Anne
because
Hathaway,
Men can do it too. Women are
Brad
definitely out
Pitt,
there doing it, but
Brad Pitt,
yeah.
Brad fucking
Does he
Pitt,
do something too?
100%.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen.
I would argue
recently.
maybe George Clooney has recently. There are like a lot of. So I was wondering if Joshua Jackson's part of that. Now, listen, I don't know that that's for sure what it is. Like the $150,000 facelift. That's just the rumor on the street.
Well, I mean,
gotta
Christina
know.
Aguilera, I don't think got in a time machine and popped out. I think something serious has happened there. But like whether it was witchcraft or it was surgical procedure, I'm thinking they have those
They
like
all bathe
specific-
in blood.
They bathe in blood, and then while the blood is drying, they get ready for their surgery. It just sucks it back a little bit. I heard yesterday for the first time there's a new injecting stem cells under your eyes.
Yes. No, I need that.
I want that. I went ahead and followed the clinic that she went
Why
to.
did I do the same thing?
Wait, what does that do?
Makes you hot.
No,
I
so
don't know.
basically it helps you regenerate new like cells and collagen production. So like it can get rid of like the dark under eyes, but because it'll like, spread, it'll like make your whole like face like look more youthful and
What's it
plump.
called?
And it's a stem cell injection.
It's
That
like
they harvest it from like umbilical cords or bone marrow or like I know, or fat cells as well, but like, healthy cells that they will inject into your face. And I'm like, it's because everyone's doing like PRP and stuff like that. This is like
What's
the
PRP?
next.
they take your own blood and
the
it's like
plasma.
plasma
Yeah,
from
yeah,
it.
yeah, which is like a really intense kind of thing. And this, I'm just like, I'll just
Okay, these crevasses that are just deepening by the minute, there's no good solution for them because like I don't want to put an injector in my face, but then if you fill that, it's not good.
Yeah.
But that is something that can help that. So I was like, sign me up.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
even need that.
All
Dana.
so nice of you to say.
Yeah, there's a place in LA. That does
I'm
it.
getting we talk about this all the time. I'm planning my first facelift for mid 40s, but just like you do the half one.
No,
and
that's
I
what
think
I
people
mean.
were just, and also if you wait too long and you're too old, your skin's paper, do it now.
Do
While
it.
you're young.
No, I
you're
think in
hot.
our 40s, like
Yeah,
that's when
yeah,
we have to
do
just
it.
do the like, yeah.
It's a lot less like, you know, where they're putting the boot on.
Or some certain starlets, they don't sure if they can blink anymore. Like that's what we're not going for. We're going for just, it's they call it something like what just happened to Christina allegedly is you can't, whatever the procedures are, you can't tell procedures or whatever it is.
Yeah,
'cause you
like I
just don't
think
know.
of Anne Hathaway. She's the first person that comes to mind where I'm like,
Ugh,
this
just-
person is stunning.
Yeah.
She's always been stunning, but I can't tell what happened. So the only thing I can think of is like some sort of facelift that, why are you guys looking at?
Wait, I don't know. What are you
No,
gonna
because
information?
I'm laughing because I'm like, I just think that Anne Hathaway walked into her surgeon and said, I want the Death Becomes Her special. I think that's
you
what
don't
they're
think
doing.
She looks good.
No, I think she looks amazing. Have you ever seen Death Becomes
Yeah.
Her? They drink the potion and then
Oh, yeah,
so that's what I'm saying. I think it's like based off, please make me look like I did 20 years ago and
Better.
let's do a blood pact of some kind and
Yeah.
not tell anyone about it. But I'm like, please tell me who your doctors are.
Someone
and what
better
your
start
procedures are.
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get real uncomfortable.
Exactly. Is anyone else on your daddy list or anything?
There was no other person on my daddy list, but like I had just like things, but they're probably boring compared to yours.
No,
Why
give
don't
us
you tell me yours?
give us one thing. Can you remember a thing? Because she does things all the time and I like that.
Okay.
What's a thing?
Well, I already brought it up earlier, weirdly, because it was probably just on my brain. The Delta Sky Lounge.
Oh,
The new one at LAX.
Wait,
Daddy. It is.
have I been
Like,
in
that's
there?
where dreams come true. And there's like an outdoor space also. So
Yes,
if you're
we have been
you
there.
need a little fresh air. It's just like the food, I would say top notch. I mean, but like I also like airplane food. So there's that, we
I
know.
do too.
The cocktails are amazing. Just like the vibe, it's nice. And I'm like, I want to spend a full day here for funsies.
Yeah. No, I love a lounge. Park me. I like all the, I want to hit the buffet.
Yeah.
Like aren't there showers in that one too? I think it's like the
tried
nicer. Not
to
that I've done it, but I'm just saying that you could. That you
Yeah.
could go breathe the fresh air, have a shower.
Dude, some of them have like little nap pods that you can go have a little snooze.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah. Those I
Yeah.
think are like in the international terminal. Like
Well,
that.
in certain like Delta and a few of the other ones, it's like you have the basic one, which is still incredibly nice, and then there's the like elevated one, which is like you're rich. Those people have a nanny for every kid. Those are the people that are in that one. So that's where I'd like to be.
My goals. Yeah, goals.
Yeah, that's very daddy.
Who's on your daddy list?
I just have one person on my daddy list. It's gonna be Adam Brody because I started watching the new series on Netflix.
Is that the one with Kristen Bell?
With Kristen Bell?
Yeah.
And like he just is so fucking cute. Like, and I was reading some like interview where he's like, yeah, like a lot of time I like to bring myself into like these characters. So it's like I feel like a lot of that like is like him and like how amazing is that? But he looks like great. I like that he kind of has like this like little like scruffiness to him, like he just is so charming.
I just love that he's
Holy
with Blair
shit.
Waldorf.
And that too, like just from like the most millennial shit ever.
Are
like,
they married?
Yeah.
Yes,
they got
they're
kids.
2 kids. Like
Okay,
I would
they've been married for a
I'd
long
like
time.
them to be a little more public. I'd like them to whore themselves out just a little bit more. I want more from them. Like I want to see Leighton Meester on red carpets, attending fashion shows, maybe be the face of like a fucking fragrance or some shit. I don't know, a L'Oreal partner. Just like, I want to see more of her. I want to see them going to dinner. I want to see some like outfits. Like, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
those relationships are probably the ones that are gonna last, but it's a bummer because you're
I
like,
know.
no, but like, what do you guys do in your free time?
I
Tell
know.
us a little
Yeah,
bit.
they go
Like,
surfing.
Yeah, they
Okay,
do that.
well,
That's
let's talk about that.
That's the only time
paparazzi
you see them.
photos.
It's like when they're surfing.
That's it.
Which is like,
I don't care.
The surfing? That's crazy.
I could not care less.
Love.
Than seeing people surf in paparazzi photos.
Yeah.
Like
That doesn't
there's
seem like something that would pique your interest.
Not
That
at
seems like
all.
something I'd be more interested than. I'm like, you guys surf? That's cool. I love the ocean, but not for you.
you just like, but like you just need one photo to be like, oh, they surf. But like to just like constantly have paparazzi photos of just them in wetsuits, like holding like a surfboard. Like I don't give a fuck.
Why don't you use this platform in this moment to put a bounty out to some TMZ photographers and just say, whoever gets me this photo that I want of them, 10 grand.
Yeah. Okay. I don't have anything to give them in return.
money.
I'm not paying for photos of
money talks. I mean, do it for the fans.
No, I just want let's make a conversation. Let's have this be a dialogue. Let's get the TikTok people TikToking about how we want more Blair Waldorf, you know?
But,
I need more.
Why don't they get on TikTok and do little
do a
trends?
dance.
Do a dance.
Do a dance.
We want to see apples now.
He gets on, he's just like okay, mine is
hold on. Do you guys do TikTok dances? You know that's like my hard no, I will never.
You do some.
Some. Very rarely. And it's like I did the Apple one mostly because it was like I was trying to be funny about it. And then I realized I could actually do it. So I did it once seriously.
Okay.
But TikTok in general is such a passion of mine just to consume. And then sometimes I make. But
it's a passion of mine to consume things to Katie. She introduced it to me during COVID and it changed my fucking life.
I didn't start till 2022 because I was the person that was like, I don't need to be on the internet more. People think I'm kidding when I say I'm on it for 6 to 8 hours a day, depending any task I'm doing. I immediately like scroll for a bit and then you know what I mean? Like, and I don't have kids. So the time I'd be using to rear someone, I'm in fact learning about some obscure fact about alligators I didn't know I needed to know.
Yeah.
So
learning really educational things, also things I just didn't need to know, but like happy I found out about like the seasoned coffee cups. And
which we're going to get to because I've heard, but I don't know what it is. So I'm excited to have you tell me about it.
So much of everything we talk about here, we learned on the Clock app. So
yeah, people are fucking haters. They're like, take a drink every time Dana says TikTok. And I'm like, well, I'm fun. I'm sorry. What are you doing with your free time?
We're trying to cite our sources of where we heard it.
And I saw it on TikTok, so it must be true. I'm going to put Erin Foster on my daddy list. Because
I love Erin Foster.
I love her. I love their do you listen to the world's first podcast?
No, I know it, but I don't listen to it.
I love their podcast. Anyone who has a sister, they're so like, I'm Erin in that dynamic and Brittany is Sarah. It's like me and Brittany call each other laughing all the time because it's literally us. And I'm sure most sisters feel that way. But so she is who wrote the show the Adam Brody show that just came out. That says no one wants this.
Nobody wants
this. Haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to this weekend. And just her in general though, because I listened to their episode yesterday that basically talked about their journey. It was a 5-year thing and like all the struggles they went against. And also Erin will always be someone that I admire because I think her and I had very similar dating experiences and like her needing to figure her shit out. So she met her partner a little bit later in life, but like was worth the wait. And she wouldn't have been able to meet him at the time that she did if she hadn't grown into herself. And part of the show is based on that. And I just like admire her. And I love that she did not conform and just settle and do whatever, whenever. And I think even with her career, she got a late start with all of that. And like her dad is literally David Foster and she struggled through like odd jobs and whatever. And then became a writer and now just has this incredible life and they just had their first baby and she went through a lot of struggles with IVF and whatnot. But anyway, this is my love letter to you, Erin, who I think I have like responded to a story before and she's definitely ignored. I get it. I would ignore me too. But I just want you to know that I love you and I'm really excited about the show and just like so happy for them.
Great answer, honestly. So. Great answer. You blew my fucking Josh Hartnett out of the water.
No. That is the other thing on my daddy list right now is Aquaphor, but I think we've talked about it before. So
no, but listen, do you ever put the stick under your eyes?
That's you. Get out of my brain.
Scott Barnes like revealed that as being like one of his like hacks.
Aquaphor specifically, I used today the craters, the crevasses, and then the under eye. No, before makeup.
Before makeup and
Smooths that shit out.
concealer, especially if you have lines. If you have lines under here, it just like it really helps with like a really smooth application.
Do a TikTok tutorial so I know exactly how. Because like I'd end up looking like a grease, but my makeup wouldn't.
I haven't done a tutorial since Pucker and Pout days. So like,
well, maybe you should. Maybe that's a big gap that's missing in the internet right now.
I know, but I don't like. I would look so boomer trying to do a tutorial because I can't.
Lean into that. We're not Gen Z. Like we're not here. I know, but
like, let me just try to make people think I'm hipper than I am.
Katie, I get it. I did a get ready with me once when I was pregnant, like with my makeup routine, and every single fucking comment was like, "What in the 2016 is this?" So
she's like, "Can you take my statement necklace?"
Yeah. Oh, I feel you.
But they're harder than it looks. I've attempted one, and I was just like, the way I was like, do I stop it between each one or do I have to edit like that? Yeah. I don't have time for that.
I don't have time for that. Never mind. I get it. I get it. Yeah.
It's just, but you're like so quick at it.
But you can be too. You don't have to learn the fancy shit. Like editing is easy. So I can walk you through it if you want to take that. I mean, you're like, I want to seem hip. Your headphones give that away. But so just like maybe get AirPods and then start doing tutorials. That's
Never take my wires away because I love them so much. But whatever. Do you want to learn about seasoned coffee cups?
I do.
Yeah, absolutely. What the fuck is it? Because I've seen it, but I haven't leaned
You
into
know
it
where
yet.
people have like those like, what are they, iron cast like skillets and pans, and they never wash them because
Oh
it's
yeah,
like
Bo
it's
has
part
one.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so people are doing that with their coffee cups.
That's sick.
And they're like,
Why?
because there's this thing called like cowboy coffee where they use the same coffee pot and like supposedly like the oils and all that makes for like a smoother tasting cup
Do
of
you
coffee.
spit tobacco in it
But
before you drink it? Like what?
the thing is coffee, like things like that have like oils and oils go like bad. So it's like, it's actually disgusting. The kind of bacteria that is potentially breeding in these porous mugs that are trapping the coffee, it is so disgusting. And also just like the look of it too, like it's disgusting to me. And this is something like, and the fact that like it trended, so people were sharing their seasoned coffee cups. I'm like, you guys, I don't think you're all like outing yourselves as being disgusting.
I don't like your TikTok journey.
That one was force fed to me.
That sucks.
Oh, how many times a day I'm like, I'm responsible for my own algorithm. It fucking is what it is. Could you properly explain, because if Bo does this, because I know there's a reason that cast iron, they don't, why is it that they don't have to wash it in a certain way? And they like, I know it's like
Just
built
hot
character
water.
or some shit.
I don't know. Like
I
you
don't know.
can't put soap on it because then like the soap will like get into it or something. You guys, I'm not great
Sounds
in the
kind of
kitchen.
medieval to me.
It's
I'm not
supposed,
great in
yeah,
the
like I
kitchen.
think it's just like when you cook on it more, just like it's like a seasoned skillet.
Yeah, it's almost like this is how I imagine it. It's like salt and pepper for your meal. You know, it's like it's giving. I don't know.
Bo's listening to this right now and he's like, are you fucking serious?
I
How long
really-
have you
I
been
don't-
married for?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, considering I don't really cook. I made dinner the other night for myself.
What did
I
you
used-
make?
I used the oven and the stove.
What was it?
You guys, I made.
Sounds made up, but go ahead. You don't fucking cook?
I
What?
know, but I did.
What'd you make?
I made salmon teriyaki rice bowl.
Wow.
Where did you find that recipe?
It's
TikTok?
not. No, it's not. You just literally cut up salmon into cubes and put it in teriyaki sauce and let it marinate for a little while, and then you put it in the oven.
That's still
It's
really
not really
impressive.
a recipe. And then I just made like rice and some steamed broccoli. It was pretty basic,
Good
but
for
I was
you,
pretty proud of
Ratatouille.
myself. It was delicious. I ate it all.
Don't you make a Caesar salmon?
You've
a
had
salmon
that.
Caesar salad? Yeah, I was gonna say that's delicious. So you,
Well, it's
yeah,
not
you
a
can figure
Caesar, but it's like a
salmon.
yeah.
salmon salad.
And then pasta. That's it.
Like the spicy pasta. You know how to make shit.
Yes, but like I don't know. I like the
You made
baking.
an apple tart.
Okay, baking
Whatever.
is different.
Yeah, no, I know.
And I love
I feel that.
baking.
I love
still
baking, too.
my masterpiece was still the waffle cake. That was so
Katie?
good.
What waffle cake?
There's never
me, babe.
been a better cake to ever exist.
She wanted this for your it was your
my
baby shower.
Baby shower and when I got married
Yeah,
in their backyard. I was craving waffles and syrup like my pregnancy. And so I saw that, or did you see?
You found, I think, because you were like, "Can you make this?" And I was like, "I don't know. We're gonna find out."
She made a cake, but it was waffle cake. And like it was cake and waffle, and you had syrup on top and all of the things. Like it was one of the best things I've ever tasted in my entire life.
So it wasn't just like Egos stacked up. It
no,
was like you
I
found
made
a recipe.
so I
that
made
was...
waffles, and then you bake them into like layers of cake, and then like and then it was syrup and like, but it was
And butter. Yeah.
Okay, Martha.
It was really impressive.
it was pretty fucking good. Not gonna lie.
I feel like people like baking versus cooking is kind of polarizing because like I'm not as good of a baker and don't love to bake.
Well, that's the thing
But,
is
like-
like I can follow the directions
too.
and be very
Yeah.
precise about things, and that's what baking is. But when cooking, they're like,
Cooking?
it comes from the. I'm like,
I know,
you gotta
like
feel-
Bo's like literally like putting in different things. Like how the fuck? And also you're making a mess and like just no, cooking is just not it. But baking, it's measured. You know what to expect. You literally just follow directions and you know that like the thing's gonna come out the way that you want it to come out. And it's like I don't feel like baking's that messy, but like I
No,
also
yeah.
clean
They
as I
say-
go.
Cooking is an art. Baking is a science.
Okay, well, I failed science in high school, so that makes sense for me as to why I'm not a good baker then. It's just
Yeah,
not my
but
thing.
you can cook,
More of a
so-
loosey-goosey, yeah.
So good on you. The other thing I learned on the clock app was now that there's a big discrepancy over the poster girl dresses.
What's that?
So they're these dresses that someone described as it looks like a napkin that you just ripped up and was worn
Let me
as a dress.
Google.
They are revealing as
Okay.
fuck, hot. Like if you got the bod for that, I would wear nothing but those things. But the
Sounds like the Sir dress on a Saturday night.
truly.
I mean, that's cute.
It's cute. So it's
But-
this. Yeah, I couldn't. My fucking boobs.
I like literally sag the fuck
The
out of there.
debate is that people are like, is it appropriate to wear this to Chili's or to Applebee's? Or to like where is it appropriate to wear certain things, and like in general, what is appropriate dress for certain places? And people get mad about like you can't, like, how is a guy supposed to focus on ordering his baby back ribs and then they've got fucking just that in the booth?
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, but you know what? That's his problem, not yours. But also at the same time, like, do you want to wear that to Applebee's?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a shirt it's not that brand, but it looks like that. But I've worn it out, like when I was going out to the club, like with friends. But it definitely, the material is so light, and surprisingly, I mean, I don't really have tits, but it does hold it together for being such thin material. But it's held together by like a wish of a rhinestone. That's like, you just have to, it's you're really having faith in this like little moment. But yeah, wearing one out, I would also say to a wedding. I saw a bunch of them, they were wearing them to weddings, like these poster girl dresses.
Okay, that's a different, I think, conversation.
Yeah, that's okay. How did you feel? Remember when Kendall Jenner wore that? How did you feel about that?
I thought that was rude.
Did you? Okay.
I thought that was rude. Unless she asked permission ahead of time.
What does she wear?
It was like basically looked like that, but like Scaparelli or something, like very well made.
Not even if she asked permission ahead of time, because that bride was probably too scared to tell Kendall no, because it's Kendall. And we don't want to piss off Kendall. So it's like she was abusing her power.
She's like, what if she doesn't come?
But really, it's like you don't want to like say no to like the cool girl, like that kind of thing. So like, no, just like kind of, she looked insanely hot. Like you need to get a photo to show her.
Yeah. So what is like, so poster girl dresses are reserved for like nights out.
Nights out.
Yes.
I think so too.
Dinner
I mean,
dates,
listen,
too.
I don't want to police what people wear, but like, I think it was appropriate. It doesn't fucking matter, but like,
I actually
Can I see it again?
remember it less bad. I remember it less bad than it was.
Like,
that's crazy.
like you're already the most beautiful woman around. It's like, why do you have to do that? Why do you have to?
They're grandparents and like
it's
they're
just
like, you don't need, hi, nice to meet you. Like just with your fucking everything out except for like little doo-doo,
with her anaconda length torso. Like, what are you doing?
Like, I believe she could have worn that dress a million other places.
This wasn't
the only opportunity that she had, but
and it's not like that's like her style where it's like what we expect from her. Like, what you're getting. She can dress all the time. Very demure. All the things, sophisticated, modest, like she does that. So like this felt like a choice.
So the poster girl dresses in general, okay, if you want to go to Chili's, I'm not going to fight you, but I would say to a wedding though, I'm like as out there I feel like as someone could be, I would never wear that to a wedding. It's just like,
why are you not dressing for Chili's like you're about to feast down?
No, I know.
Feast down
That's
on
the
some
real
chips and
question.
salsa and like a triple dipper and I don't know, as many margaritas.
I mean,
as
that
you
person's
could
built different.
take.
Like they want to do that, then yeah, I want to wearing an XL t-shirt, getting the leggings drawer back open when I go to Chili's.
Yeah, like something without a waistband, perhaps.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that. I'm just saying, you can't really conceal anything.
No,
that's
sure
just
can't.
me
No,
though.
there's nowhere for that to hide. So I thought that was crazy. K1, I wanted to ask you about
What?
and you. Has anyone seen Sydney McSweeney as the ambassador of Hey Dude shoes?
Yes. What's Hey Dude shoes?
They have some shoes for women, but they are very casual, like slip-on style shoes, mostly geared towards men that are supposedly like very, very comfortable. And I think they sold to Crocs like a few years ago, but they've just they've seen a bit of a dip.
This is an
They're
example of a Hey Dude for women. Okay, so let's start with that, and then let me show you another one. Let's be very, very fucking.
I want
real.
to say I'm not mad at it because the way they're smart. They're smart because she's doing like water activities in this ad campaign. She appeals to men and women.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's a bad choice. It's random as fuck, to be honest.
If a man traipsed up to me in these, I would just say turn right back around. These look like if Sperry's and Tom's had unprotected sex. That's what they would look like.
Correct.
So, of course, here's my position on it. Of course, it is smart from a brand's perspective to be like, Sydney McSweeney is hot. Women want to be her. Guys want to date her. Let's get her on. The ads, my skin wants to fall off because it's so phony. She's like, whenever I have my dudes on, I just like, she like jumps on a back of and also who wake surfs with shoes on anyway. And she's like doing all these activities. And I'm like, get your bag, Sydney. Get your bag.
Yeah.
But this is some of your worst acting to date because you have never seen a Hey Dude before this. And the only reason you put one on your foot and acted like you did is because they paid you an exorbitant
She's
amount
a
of money.
brand director now.
Brand director, like, okay, why don't
That's
you
the
put
new
them in the
thing.
direction that the shoes are
Yeah,
so
like a
ugly?
creative
They're-
director for. I'm honestly like, I would want to do that, not for that.
Yeah, but not for Hey Dude, but like
for other things.
Listen, I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, it was a little bit. It was a bit like, who wrote this? But like, I'm not mad at it, and I get it.
Yeah, I mean, no one's I don't think she thinks anyone's, or maybe she does.
No,
I don't. The thing is,
know.
I don't
I'm
know what
believe-
this. I don't know what this person wears.
haven't
You
seen
need to
it.
see the ads. It's
I
so
always see
funny.
her
Oh my
on
God,
like
they're so funny.
red carpets where she's like looking very like va va voom. I don't. She
Maybe
might.
she doesn't wear dudes, and she keeps
I'm not
calling
saying
it
she
it's like,
wears
hey
dudes.
It's like
I'm not.
she's like me and my dudes. I'm
Yeah,
like,
no,
oh
I'm
my
not saying. I'm not
God.
saying she necessarily wears dude specific, but like I don't know what.
She is a fashionable girly though.
Yeah.
Okay.
She does. Like she takes her
Yeah.
street style seriously.
Okay.
So that's where I'm like,
Okay, for sure,
Based on the company name and the actual shoe aesthetic, I feel like it's a laundering operation, and allegedly. But I'm like, I just don't even feel like this. Hey dudes, who
I
woke
know-
up and
the
was like,
thing
let's
is,
get a shoe.
I
called
don't think
Hey Dudes.
I don't think we're exposed to that demo very often of the men that wear those.
I guess I
like
should say no
dads
offense because I'm sure
and-
there are dads and whatever who wear them and
That's
watch.
who
And
it-
good for you.
They're
but
like 40-something-year-old men that are wearing those, taking their kids to soccer practice. We're not really exposed to that style of men, so that's why we're just like, what the fuck is a dude? Hey dude.
yeah, I'm sure that dude that wears it also wears brown leather flip flops.
Yeah,
You know how I feel about
that's their other shoe.
that's their evening wear.
That's what when they're taking the wife out to Chili's.
just Chili's. Yeah.
And
So-
the wife's in her poster girl shirt.
no, not
He's in his hey dudes.
I don't
Again,
know.
If you're out there and you wear them, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be offensive.
They
but
might
like, they're
actually be
so-
cool somewhere. There are
They said
people that might
regional,
make
like it was maybe a regional thing, like
Yeah,
they're in the
yeah,
South.
okay.
I think it's Midwest too. You know, I think it's people that value comfort. I'm not saying
I
it's
value
Midwest
comfort.
comfort.
I love an UGG.
Truly.
You know what I'm talking about? Comfort over aesthetic.
Anything. Yeah.
Function over fashion.
Right.
Comfort over
Right.
aesthetic. Just they prioritize very different things than other people. Some people are like, listen, this is a sensible shoe. Is it comfortable? No, but it's not a
Just
heel.
love the word sensible shoe together. You know, a sensible shoe.
Yeah.
That's giving boomer. A sensible
fuck?
shoe.
I heard this and I'm dying to know both your answers. If you could find out the answer to one event in history that is the biggest mystery ever, it doesn't have to be true crime, but it's like who killed Kennedy, one answer to one thing, I knew immediately what mine was going to be.
Okay, then share it. I'm thinking.
Say yours.
Who killed John Bonet?
Oh, yeah,
that's a good one.
That's a really good one.
That was
That's
immediately,
it.
like
That's
the second I read it, I was like, oh, John Bonet. I
I want to know like all of Area 51.
Oh, that's a.
also,
I like.
what-
That's a really good one.
What's going
a good
on?
one. Okay.
I need that reveal.
you want to do a tour in a sensible shoe? Just get there.
Yeah, I want to put on some Hey Dudes.
Walking at all the aliens are wearing hey dudes.
Sweet.
That might be it.
I think I like her. I think I want to know Area 51.
Okay.
Like, because when I think about things throughout history, it's like, well, you know, like how far back do we want to go? And are there really like that many unanswered questions that would like change where we're at right now? But if we found out about like Area 51, if we got the deets on
like,
the aliens,
okay, fine. They're revealing like, oh, there's aliens. Look at this alien. That's not enough.
we know that. No, I want ants. I want to be explained.
No, you need to get
how
in the
all thing-
undercarriage. Yeah, you need a whole.
Yeah.
it's a
I
whole.
want to.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
counts as looking up the entire skirt.
I want
yeah,
to know
not just
if
like a little peeping tom.
Sasquatch.
Yeah, do Sasquatch exist? And is there proof? Truly, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired of that lore. I just want to know.
Yeah.
Well, there's three. We can each pick one. So I'd say we all picked one, and we all get to see each other's answers because we all picked one. So yeah, you can be Sasquatch, you can be UFO.
Okay.
I'm John Bonet.
Great.
I feel like there's more though. as
Oh
I'm
my god,
sitting here,
there's
like, thinking
please.
about it.
Actually, the reason I love podcasts, the first podcast I ever got into religiously was Serial in 2014
Mhm.
when they covered Heyman Lee.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the case? Did you watch that listen
That
to
was
that podcast?
the first serial one they did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to that. That was 10 years ago.
I've listened to it all the way through at least 6 or 7 times. Like I literally obsess about it because I go so back and forth because it is a really compelling case, but that would probably be another one. I think I know what happened, but I want to know for sure.
You know what? Fuck you for not preparing us for that question because I'm going to literally be going to bed tonight with the best fucking answer. And I wasn't here to say
I
it.
know that's like with the daddy basement. If you don't think when you get in the room, but I don't know when on the spot, the second I read that one, I just knew. But you know what? How about this? If you something comes to you and it's great, maybe we'll just put it on Disrespectfully socials. Be
Thank
like,
you.
just you guys redeem it. She has
Yeah.
something better
Yeah.
than Sasquatch.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
I feel like
And let's let that ruminate more. But isn't that a great question?
It is a
we
really
should
great
all be
question.
asking everyone
Yeah.
we know this. Like,
100%.
what thing do you need to know?
Yeah.
There's
Don't
so-
stress me out right now
I
because
also-
now that's all I can think
I also
about.
want like more like illusionists and magicians to reveal their secret.
What?
I just want to know. I like to know. How the fuck do you do that?
I mean, I'm sure there are TikToks.
I also want to believe it's magic. So
Mm.
if there's no reveal, then amazing.
Uh,
You're so good at that.
Some things that have happened at
David
Magic Castle,
Blaine-
there's no way to argue
David
it.
Blaine, I'm like, I believe that he's a witch. Like, I believe that he just is magical. So like, so either like reveal it or
Yeah.
fuck, magic is real. Which
I think you should
I
stick
really
to
want
magic
to.
is real. I feel like that's
I think
best
you
for
should too. I like that for you. I like that for everyone.
I mean, even if it isn't magic, they're so good at whatever it is they're doing. Like there was this one in Magic Castle where this guy, like, you go from room to room. It's a famous, if you haven't been, famous place in LA where it's a magic show and a bunch of different magicians. And it, like, the trick followed us from room to room with different people, and it was like,
No,
there's
it's
just
insane.
there's just
it's
no
the
way.
it's insane, but like there is a way. Everything can be explained.
Do we think? There's not even the slightest chance it's magic. We just don't know.
I hate that I think that way. I'd like to be where Katie's at, but like, no, it can all be explained.
I don't know because Stephanie and Jules.
Mhm.
One day they just like roll up to they're like, let's go to Barney's and check it out, which when we lived like right there.
Yeah.
And they go there, and David Blaine was there, and he was doing just he was doing-
Barney's?
yeah, he was outside doing like street magic. So they just like walk up and they're like, "What's going on here?" And it's David Blaine, and he's doing what he does, and he gets to like his next like thing because new people walk up. He's like, "Oh hey," he's like, kind of like he's got his deck of cards. He ends up like ripping a corner off of one, does something with it, blah blah blah. It goes on. Then he asks Truls to take off his shoe.
And it's, no, I know.
And the corner of it is in his shoe up there. How do you explain
No,
that?
I know. I've experienced so
Explain
many
that.
crazy magic-y things like that too with magicians, and there is no way to explain it. But magic can't be the answer.
Why?
Because
You seen Harry Potter?
what
Oh.
deal with the devil? I'll make it. I'll make the deal.
You won't.
Okay. Volunteer use tribute. You go figure that out and let us know.
Yeah, if it could make me magical, deal with the devil. Maybe not the devil, but like
One of his like
one of his
henchmen.
yeah.
I don't want like, the guy.
Not the main one. Not the main one.
Just
Just
an
like-
associate, a
Mhm.
devil
Yeah.
associate.
Yeah.
You're like, I could intimidate one of them, but not the guy.
Have you guys ever seen Fleabag?
Yes.
There's
No.
a part in it when these two sisters go to like a feminist seminar and they're like, raise your hand if you would give up 5 years of your life for the perfect body. And they both
Yeah.
immediately shoot their hands up and
Yeah.
everyone else in the room is like disgusted in them. And I'm like,
I remember that.
I would raise my
Listen, there's
If
5
I
years.
didn't have kids, I would raise my hand.
Listen, I got 5 years to spare.
Yeah. Yeah. Also,
They-
I'm
they
like,
can
it's
have 'em.
fucking
Take
rickety
it.
as fuck here.
Take it. Half of my 20s. Go. Bye.
So, but again, a point being about like the death becomes her of it all. If someone offered me, like Taryn Manning is getting on live every day and talking about the golden juice and whatever, and it's real, and I'm like, I need like cooler
Wait.
people in my life. No offense to you guys. Like, why aren't people offering me that?
Wait,
Wait, hold on. You just like totally skated over Taryn Manning talking about golden juice.
She's going on like she went on
Oh.
Whitney Cummings' podcast. She's going on lives and she's like, it's real. The golden juice thing is real.
Like
Where-
What is
Illuminati.
golden juice?
I don't. It's yeah. The Illuminati. Like you drink the death becomes her potion. All of a sudden you are hot. Your tits perk up. Your slick back face, and you're giving up your soul.
Another
allegedly.
thing I want the
Allegedly.
answers to. What the fuck is an Illuminati? I mean, I know what it.
Oh, I
The-
want to be part.
Again, no one ever offers.
No,
I'm like, what do
it's
I
like,
need to
what
do?
the fuck?
It makes me feel insecure. Like no one's offering me that juice. No one's like, do you want to be Illuminati? And I'm like, yeah, probably.
It's like when no one like hits on you on a night out. No
Liter-
one
All
objectified
of
me
those-
tonight. This
no,
is bullshit.
all of those things. I'm like, what about me says I'm too good for being objectified? Is it because I'm not hot enough? Do I need the juice to get objectified?
Mm.
We just don't know.
golden
Anyway,
juice.
she's saying it's real. You drink the potion, you get really hot, you get really famous, but you there's a big trade-off, right? Like some type of
it's a Scientology thing, isn't it?
it might be.
No, I think it's the Illuminati thing.
I mean, I
don't know. I just
did you
like
watch
don't really
Succession?
see like the Illuminati reaching out to Lindsay Lohan and snatching her face with golden juice. You know,
I think that she went to them while wearing a cloak.
Yeah,
Are you
I
kidding
think
me?
I think
I
you
don't
make
think
a
they reach out
deal
to,
with them. Like,
I think she sought them out. She knew people that knew people.
I think they one time maybe approached her and she was like, "Nah, I'm good." And then she was like,
Actually,
Hey, guys.
actually,
She looks the comeback of she looks again how she did in 2000. What the fuck is
Insane.
happening? So
I know.
I just think it reflects poorly on all of us that we have not been offered.
100%.
I'd like to know what we all have in common
So
that's
this is
happened
our-
that we haven't like.
This is our pledge to
Yeah. if
Illuminati.
any, maybe there's some disrespectfully members that are Illuminati. Maybe
I
they
won't
could
tell anyone.
run
I
it up the
swear.
flagpole. Yeah, we come in just hot as fuck in 2 weeks, and we're just like, so the show's number one every week for some reason. All of a sudden,
It's weird.
sounds good to me. Yeah, that's that on that. That's the juice.
What is the price they pay? Oh, see, another
I'll
answer.
pay.
Wanna know.
There's any of it. I don't care.
Well, apparently Taryn said it's your soul.
I'm the most vain person I know, and
Well,
time
why
is just.
soul? Like what? Who? We got to be more.
I know.
specific.
That's why I asked you
Who am I
if
giving
you
it
if you
to,
have
really?
watched. Have you watched Succession?
No.
Greg, he's like, this guy's like, you want to sell your soul? And he's like, souls are boring. Who needs one of those? Yeah, of course. And I was like, I'm so turned on right now, by the way. And he was like such this gangly, weird guy in it. But I'm like, yeah, maybe souls are boring. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like that's more like in a like a.
yeah, but in a
sense.
real way, if someone gave you this little sippy cup and they were like, hey, you can be hot forever and super rich and super successful and you're going to live forever, but then the rest of your existence is going to be damned, I'd be like,
Like
okay.
existence is a really long time.
I
maybe.
know.
Maybe.
That's what I'm talking about, the 5 years though, when I'm
Maybe.
like, whatever.
Yeah, like I would. Can we negotiate?
Yeah.
Can we negotiate these terms?
Oh
that would
yeah,
be
like after I die, if you have my soul for like 40 years and then I get it back.
yeah, not eternity. That's
Yeah, eternity's not.
No one
for
can
me.
even fathom eternity.
Well, this life feels like eternity and I'm only on year 34. So it's just trudging along.
Does
Do
life
I-
really feel like eternity? It feels so fast.
So they say, like when they're talking about kids, they always
The
say
days are long.
days are long, the years are short. I feel that in my adult life the last 4 years. Because
Yeah.
before that, yes, it felt like things were just kind of like dragging
yesterday
us.
was-
And now I'm like, oh my God, I just turned 34 and it happened like
I mean,
that.
yesterday was literally September 1st. So
Yeah.
Oh,
and it's
like,
the
that
holidays.
wasn't.
It's the holidays.
no,
right?
but I mean,
like,
no, but truly,
Yeah.
like this month, it's just like I don't even know what happened. It just
Yeah.
I blinked and it's like the end of the month, and I'm like, what? Can we just? Who do I talk to about that?
I know.
Yeah.
Who do we talk to? That's
don't know.
I'd like to know about
probably
that.
the same person with the juice.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
Can we just
control.
slow it down? Just like
Time continuing?
just like by
Yeah.
dial it down maybe 5 notches.
Can we start Halloween season in August?
Also, I mean, I would make a bid for
You
that.
know,
Like once it's like back to school, it's like that's Halloween.
That's how.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. And I need to also talk with like the weather
Yeah,
people
about
up there.
that.
This is bullshit.
This is
Yeah.
Monday.
It's
yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
That it's literally Halloween time and
90
I'm
degrees.
sweating my fucking ass off. You wouldn't know because I've committed to the sweater.
We do have to be grateful, show our gratitude,
Yeah.
because other parts of the country are literally underwater. So
The hurricane
yeah,
of it
yeah.
all.
Yeah.
I mean, also, again, I feel like we always have to do a disclaimer because there's one person in the crowd that's gonna be like, aging is a privilege and time in the Illuminati. Relax. Yes, obviously, I'm glad I'm alive and like
We
feel
have
very lucky and our
perspective,
lives
but
are
we-
amazing. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, the weather, I could complain about it.
in this room, we're gonna complain.
Yeah, this is a safe space for complaining. Thought we made that clear.
I know.
People just don't act like it.
This show is called.
Disrespectfully.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, we have to get to the listener questions, but please tell us
sorry.
about Europe and your new show. Like that's in general. What the fuck
Oh.
is going on? How long were you in Europe? What happened? Loved it.
I know you guys are gonna be so annoyed.
I know you can't talk about
I
it.
know. It's like I
What-
wish I could.
What can
I
you
wish
say
I
when it's
could.
coming out? Do we know? when it's-
No, I can't tell you shit. I literally
Oh.
can't say shit. So
Okay.
that's yeah. I wish I could.
Mm.
Like
Okay.
it's not a me choice. It's
And
not a me choice.
Listen, I understand it. So
Yeah. I get
yeah,
it. Well, how was your trip besides show stuff? Like, wasn't Bo with you and the kids?
we did.
How
And we
long
went-
were you there?
We went to Florence for a while.
Florence.
No, because like I'm so the way that y'all's studio has Medici stuff, or technically it's Medici, everywhere. So like I'm obsessed because of this show, the Medici, that like they took off Netflix. Fuck off. I became so into this family during the Renaissance, and I'd never been to Florence. So I'm like, I have to go to Florence. So I made my family go in August, the hottest fucking month, to Florence. But like when I tell you,
So
best
hot.
experience, and I could have given the tours at all the places. I knew all the info already. So it was just like, it was great.
Florence is so fucking hot.
Yeah,
When I was
no,
there, it
it
was
is.
July, and we walked from the bottom of the hill to the top to meet our tour guide, who then walked us all around. And yeah, some real swamp ass happening there.
Yeah, 100%.
You seem like too much of a lady to talk about swamp ass, but we all
I
knew you
mean,
had it.
swamp ass.
Mhm.
You know, it's not not a pretty term.
It's not a pretty thing. It's not a pretty thing, though.
But it's real. Oh, it's real. Should we ask her questions?
Yeah, okay. Sorry, everyone who's listening and deeply disappointed.
Sorry.
I'm guessing we probably also already know the answer to this, but what is your favorite book you've written and why?
Oh, well, it's this one, yeah. And I kind of touched on it. I think it's, you know what? No, I didn't say why it was my favorite, though.
Yeah.
I think it's way more nuanced. It's way more layered. There's just like it feels weird to say this about yourself. Like there's a depth to it, whatever. But there is. It's like Next Level Basic was just like really light and fluffy and like, you know, embrace yourself and what it is that makes you you. And like, yes, I stand by all those messages and everything like that. But this is so much more. I've had so much more life experience. I understand the world a little bit more. And the second book was, well, it was like kind of depressing, you know? It's like coming back from a place of where I felt like I was like on the floor. And so like that's never going to be my favorite one. This was it. Yeah.
By the way, I'm not mad at you about not having flowers to hold.
Katie?
When I read that, I was like, oh my God, I didn't know that like this like
I think about
is
it
on her mind.
probably 3 times a week. I'm not joking. And I've never said it to you because I'm so embarrassed. And like I feel so like how did I not think of her? But I did think of you. I was like, oh, I remember she gave me her bouquet when I was at her wedding. So I'm like, oh, so she doesn't need one because she takes mine. I like didn't think it through enough. And so then all of a sudden I'm like, she had to walk down the aisle with nothing in her hands. Like I'm a horrible fucking monster.
What did you do with your hands?
What do I ever do with my hands? I don't know. I just
side.
yeah, no, literally. I think so. No, I think I like maybe, I don't know, did something. No, I remember you saying something at the wedding and I was like, oh, that thought didn't cross
you
my
had
mind
to have
even.
been like, Stassi, you fucking bitch.
No, I didn't because you brought it up. I was like, I didn't even think about that. But like, whatever. It's like you had enough shit to worry about.
Oh.
That's a good maid of honor right there.
It's making me sweat. I don't like thinking about it.
When I was standing there for the time, I wasn't like this. I would have been fidgeting.
Yeah.
So, but walking is one thing. Standing, at least I had your flowers still.
Okay.
Anyway, just had to say
All
that.
right.
It's all good.
Okay.
There's cleared. You can't tell us specifics about the show, but what are you most excited and most anxious about coming back to TV in general?
I'm anxious about it all, honestly. Like I'm anxious about it all. Like so much is out of your control. Well, like with, you know, the villa of it all. It's like without like giving too much away, like I'm anxious about just like fully opening up again because it's not that I haven't been open because like I've still had like books in my podcast and stuff like that and just like social media, but like opening up, as you guys know, like on reality TV is like a whole other thing. So that's just, it's scary, but I'm most excited about the fact that it's something new. It's something new. Like I don't feel like I'm having to go back and put myself in a situation that like wouldn't be good for me. Like this feels like moving forward and like just the next chapter of like fucking life. And for so long it was just like in this area of like, would I want to go back? I don't know. Like what would that mean? And now it's like I feel good about just like starting something new, you know?
Yeah. And that's gotta feel good because I mean, yeah, going back to something that you just didn't feel familiar or connected to anymore, like that's a lot more challenging than just like starting something fresh that you feel like is more aligned with where you were.
No, every time I thought about it, Katie, like every time I thought about Vanderpump Rules and like I'm like, I get a pit in my stomach.
Well, and like
I would get a pit in my stomach.
Not because like they didn't want you back or we didn't want you back. I didn't try to be like, please. But yeah, no, it's totally completely understandable. But yeah, I'm excited.
Vanderpump Rules is a hard job. Like it really, it really is.
Yep.
I mean, I was on it for 5 seconds and I always say the people who are long, like even the people I don't fuck with, I give credit to. It's very, very hard. Much harder than it looks.
Yeah.
100%.
It's hard.
So hard.
Should we
on reality TV?
I know someone's out there right now doing like a laborious job being like, shut the fuck up.
I know.
This is a good one for your book. How do you come up with your titles?
Oh, it's kind of like something that's already like being written out. Like there's like a line in it or something that like leads me to that. Or like I say it in conversation with someone and then someone like was like, that would be a good title. I'm like, it would. It's never just like, oh, I sit down and I'm like, chapter 1. Like I don't work that way.
People wanted to know.
Well, here's one I love. I feel like would be a good one to edit on. Both of you a favorite memory with each other. And it can't be your weddings. Like,
No.
it's something else. It's
I don't
just
think
about
it
your
would
friendship.
be wedding. I'll always, my answer will always be Paris. Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
We had like so many great adventures traveling together. So
Yeah.
anytime traveling.
Any flight.
Oh yeah. Being on an airplane with Stassi is the best.
We just have like the same travel style. At least like I
Mhm.
wonder if that's still my travel style after kids. Like I don't know how I am as a traveler with friends because I haven't gone on like a friend trip. So like I don't know if I'm like the same like anymore.
I don't know.
But like pre-kids, we had the same travel style. And so like that just like made everything easy and fun.
Finding someone when you're traveling with people, it's complimentary. It's literally makes or breaks the trip.
100%.
Yeah.
When you're on a vacay with
I've heard.
people who can't travel or figure it out, that like it's debilitating for everyone involved.
Sure
Yeah.
is.
She's going to Paris soon.
Wait, I know. I wanted you to use my tour
I
guide,
know
but she didn't.
she never got back to
She
me.
might
So
not work
maybe
there anymore.
Yeah, that's a possibility. But yeah, me and Brittany are going on our first sister trip of our life.
She's gonna do it
because we've always gone with
Paris.
like friends and other people. But yeah, I watched all of Emily in Paris and was like, merci beaucoup.
Oh, you are gonna
Au
have so
revoir.
much fun.
Yeah, we're doing 4 full days in Copenhagen and 5 full days in Paris. And I'm so excited. We just finalized everything. So we're doing like Versailles, we're doing Michelin star meals, we're doing Crazy Horse, we're doing all kinds of shit.
Oh,
So
I'm so fucking jealous.
So excited. And going in the fall.
Yes.
Fall is my favorite season. And in LA, as we all just talked about, Swamp Ass is miserable. And I want to go somewhere where it feels like the seasons, and Copenhagen's really big on their whole October
Oh
schmear of
yeah.
it all. So
You're gonna
Very
have
excited.
so much fun.
we're going to have so much fun. And my sister really deserves it.
Yeah.
So as you know, mother of 2, not an easy job. So
When
We're
are you
very excited.
leaving?
on October 11th.
Oh,
So it's coming up.
damn.
We're so excited.
Yeah. Good for you. Enjoy that.
Got to get out there. We're going to Champagne for the day. We're doing like a day trip to actual
Just
Champagne.
gets
for
better,
Mexico.
yeah.
So it just keeps getting better and better.
Wait, do we want to do basement?
Oh my God, I almost forgot my favorite part of the
Can I
day.
ask one question?
Yes.
How did you and Katie meet?
Funny story.
We met at Sir Restaurant.
Met at Sir Restaurant. We both started at the same time. She had her accident. So I was told, I walked into like my second or third like shift or whatever. And someone said to me, oh yeah, that new girl, she was modeling and fell off her roof, but she's fine. And I was literally like making fun of her because I'm like, of course a model in LA fell off a roof and she's fine. Not knowing
No one really had the full story.
No one knew everything that happened to her. So it was just like crazy to like look back on. And then she eventually like came back to work, and yeah. It's
Yeah.
like I feel like an asshole, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't
How
know.
long into that did you find out that her jaw was wired shut?
I don't think, but the
No
thing
one.
is,
It was a while.
I wasn't super. I just started. I just completed my training, so I wasn't really like close. I wasn't like talking to or had phone numbers of people.
Yeah, like I
to
didn't know.
let
I don't
them-
think I knew like what. I barely knew what she looked like.
No
it was just
one-
like the new girl who's starting with
so
me.
nobody actually fully knew like what had happened, what the extent of anything was until I came back. So nobody knew. It wasn't her fault for thinking that.
Well,
but
it's
it's just
okay
funny.
if you didn't know. It's okay to make fun of someone if you don't know. The
I mean,
story.
when you hear about it, when someone tells you a model in LA fell off a roof, but she's fine.
Yeah.
Modeling. You know, it
Yeah.
sounds funny.
You're like, maybe it was editorial.
Was she doing a stunt? Yeah, no. But
was it for Model Man?
and then we bonded over planning Peter's birthday because
yeah.
for whatever reason she was no longer seeing him.
Mhm.
He
Mhm.
basically ghosted me for her.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
You dated Peter?
no,
Yeah,
I don't know.
she
if-
did too.
Barely.
No, it's not fair that I'm the
Okay,
only
fine.
one that's
I really like Peter and I
What?
wanted to. We went out a couple times and we like made out and I was like all about it, and he like kind of stopped like talking to me, and then finally I found out it was because him and Stassi had
How
started
long did
seeing
you guys date for?
not that long.
How did I not know this?
Maybe like a couple
Couple
months.
Yeah.
You were very young, I'm assuming.
Yeah. It was like 21.
Yeah. But then we decided to be the ones that were gonna plan
His
birthday.
Like literally went out of our way to plan an Avatar themed birthday party.
We
for
went to
Peter.
Party City. We got
Like,
cupcakes. Like
This
we,
was before Amazon Prime. Okay.
Yeah.
Like we had to drive places to get party supplies. Like
yeah.
what the fuck?
But we were like, I think that was the start of our friendship. So.
Yeah.
Do it for the law. We
Yeah.
love the law.
Oh, good times. Fucking weird.
Well,
know.
you're in the basement for making fun of a critically injured person,
No!
but let's just get to
Yeah,
the
no.
basement.
Okay. Fall is officially here, which means everyone's back from vacation and trying to stay comfy while out and about during this busy season. So it's time to get back into Bombas. Honestly, Bombas has become my go-to for fall, especially with their insanely comfortable socks and tees and underwear. Plus, what I love is every purchase gives back.
I just picked up a few pairs of their new fall drop, and trust me, I mean, obviously you guys do, but trust me, you'll want your feet wrapped around these absurdly soft socks. They're not your typical boring fall colors either. They've got fun patterns, and a new sweat wicking socks are perfect for those fall activities.
Right? And can we talk about the merino wool socks? I mean, it's like walking on clouds, and their underwear feels like nothing at all, but still gives you the support you need. And for layering season, their new heavyweight cotton tees are a must. They're so thick and soft. It's like wearing a hug
And I need one. I need a little fall
all
hug.
the time.
Beyond the comfort, what I love most about Bombas is their mission. For every item that you buy, they donate one to someone experiencing housing insecurity. It may seem like a small thing, but it really adds up. So far, they've donated over 140 million essential clothing items to people in need. That's so incredible.
Honestly. And if you're worried about sizing or fit, Bombas makes returns and exchanges super easy. They've got 100% happiness guarantees. So if you don't love it, you can return or exchange it. No questions asked.
So ready to feel good and do good at the same time? Head over to bombas.com/disrespectfully and use code disrespectfully for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com/disrespectfully, code disrespectfully at checkout. Treat yourself while giving back. It's a win-win. Hey, I have a question. Do you know if you're getting enough magnesium? Believe it or not, 4 out of 5 Americans aren't, which is why we're all so tired, and I used to be one of them.
Same here. I lie awake at night and my mind be racing about all the things I had to do the next day, which left me feeling completely exhausted the next morning. And my productivity would completely tank, and it just became this vicious cycle.
That's when I found Magnesium Breakthrough. Ever since adding it to my nightly routine, I've been able to calm my mind, fall asleep faster, and wake up feeling genuinely refreshed and ready to face the day. It's been a game changer for me.
What makes Magnesium Breakthrough different from all the other supplements is that it contains all 7 forms of magnesium.
I didn't even know. I thought there was one before this.
No.
There's 7.
There's 7. Most magnesium supplements only give you 1 or 2 forms, but this one delivers everything your body needs. It doesn't just help you sleep better, it also helps you keep calm and grounded throughout the day, which is an absolute must for me.
And the best part? It comes with a 365-day money-back guarantee. So if it doesn't work for you, you can get a full refund. No questions asked. There's literally nothing to lose and everything to gain.
So if you want to sleep better and feel more relaxed, head over to BiOptimizers.com/disrespectfully and use code disrespectfully to get 10% off your order. And if you subscribe, you'll get even more discounts and free gifts, which we love. Trust me, your body will thank you.
Who's in your basement, Stassi?
Last night, social media, it's too much right now. Last night I was trying to go to sleep, scrolling, and I see this Instagram reel, and it's like, if you sleep like this in like the rock climber's position or whatever, that means you are in constant fight or flight, you have PTSD, or you have like all of these anger, all of these issues that you supposedly have if you sleep that way. And so then I start thinking, because I do sleep that way, I'm like, oh my God, am I living my life in fight or flight? Do I have PTSD? Do I have unresolved trauma? And I'm like, fuck this. Where's the science? What if it's just comfortable? It widens it feels good on my hips to stretch. I'm like, fuck the social media accounts that are like putting this out there like it's totally true. What if it's just comfy? You know?
That analysis of like trying to like hyperanalyze someone's like personality by the position that they sleep in is wild to me. But I will say there's certain positions I cannot sleep in anymore, like on my side, on my back.
You
on my
can't.
stomach.
How do you sleep?
I don't.
She stands up.
We know.
She stands up in the corner and just
My
leans
hips
against
hurt.
the wall.
My hips hurt. My knees hurt. My neck
I sleep like
hurts. my
that
back
too.
hurts.
I'm like, it is just comfortable. I
unresolved
want
trauma.
to sleep on my back because I want to be hot for longer.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's so uncomfortable
It's
to
so
me. I like could never. So yeah, I don't think it's trauma. I think I'm just like, this is cozy.
No,
So,
there are only
trying to
two
assign
types of
meaning to
people
everything.
who sleep on their backs, and it's murderers and princesses. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Both probably lacking in fine lines when you think about it. So there's probably a reason for that.
That's true.
Who's in your basement, you fucking creepy wall sleeper?
Wall sleep.
She takes naps like this. Do you know that? In a chair. On
no,
the couch.
I lay.
Puts her feet on the floor and just goes like this.
I put my. I have to have my feet on the floor. I don't know why.
Okay, that's scary.
Scary.
I can't get in the bed. And
What?
well, because that's not a nap
All
anymore.
three of my
You don't-
naps
you
get in
don't-
the bed.
You don't take naps. She goes to sleep for 4 hours at a time. It's not a nap. When I want to like rest and recharge for 20 minutes, I'll just like sit on my couch and I'll go like this.
Oh my God.
It's
like-
comfortable. I don't know. It's
Have you
like
ever
my
seen
hands are in
Hereditary?
my,
I'm like, ooh.
my hand, I don't know. It's like I don't want to go like this. It's just like it feels good to put my on my
Get in your
like
bed.
you're in a sarcophagus.
No.
Get on top of it. You don't have to unmake it.
No, I like the couch. It's like it doesn't get me too much in the.
You don't want to lay down on the couch?
Look, I understand what you're saying, though. It is a different thing. Once you cross that line of it's daytime and I'm not on the couch anymore, it is a whole thing, but it's just so much more delightful.
It feels whatever position it is so comfortable and relaxing to me that I can actually like. Sometimes I can't fall asleep in the bed. Sometimes I can't fall asleep if I'm laying down. It works for me.
Anyway, who's in your basement?
You are for this.
What else is new?
No, honestly, okay. So a lot of times massages are on my daddy list, but sometimes like a bad masseuse. I don't want to name her name. Not that she
Wait, I'm
listens
going to
this.
get a lymphatic drainage since the first time I gave birth.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It's been
for
a
you.
year.
Those are daddy.
I'm doing that today.
The best. Yeah.
Ugh.
The best.
But okay, so I had a massage and it was really aggravating because I was very specific about the areas that were. They always ask you, are there any trouble areas? And half the time it's like, no, just make me feel good. This time I was like, yes. In between my shoulder blades, like the that area, like when I try to put my shoulders back, it's just I can feel it's like tight. I don't know, like whatever. So I was very specific about the location and the way she went about it was like touching everywhere next to the areas that need. I'm like, I've basically told you to dislocate my shoulder and like work out what's happening under there, and you did none of that. Like I get
Was
really,
this your normal place?
yes, but it was a
Oh.
different person. But I just get okay when someone just like doesn't. I don't want to say do their job, but like when you go to
you
someone
have
for
one job to do. I say this all the time. You had one job. Your job
Sort
was
out.
literally to actually follow the direction of where you asked me the question. You said, where do you need help?
yeah.
You answered it. That was just one task.
I was
You had one task.
I know she feels those 70 knots. She just rolled her fingers over. Why did you go past them? Why'd you go past them? Why are you in an area where it's just soft?
I have a couple recently that I've had like back to back massages that it's just been like spirit fingers. I'm like, what are you, and I don't like I can't tolerate too much pressure, but so I'm like a nice medium pressure.
You don't romance me.
To your, also,
work it
I
out.
asked for a back massage not to be tickled. If I wanted a back tickle, I'd get on Hinge and find someone to do that. I'm like, this is a massage.
Wait, I have a question for both of you. Do you guys get I don't know why I feel like embarrassed when this happens, but I imagine this happens to everyone during a massage. When they like get in there or they like hit something and then your body goes like that and you're trying not to spasm because you want to act cool. Like, oh yeah, like this massage doesn't affect me. Does that happen? to
and,
you
and
guys?
sometimes they
But,
go
like,
back on the area because
Yeah.
like we need to do more work. So you're
and
just
then
like,
and it goes again.
yes.
But do you feel like uncool? Because I feel uncool.
Of course they do. Yeah, you want to be able to just like, oh, I'm not at all having a reflex.
That's
like,
what I
there's
mean.
nothing that, like you give yourself the ick when you just like
Yeah.
twitch.
I don't know.
They
That
see it all
hasn't
the
happened in a
time.
long time. I always get like a little
Happens
embarrassed
every time for
when
me.
when I do my thing because I'll 90% of the time when I'm falling asleep anyway, I'll like do full body twitches. Like that's just like my body like relaxing. So I'm falling asleep and like then I have a full body jolt awake and like I'm just and I'm like oh yeah I wasn't sleeping at all.
Well, I'm sorry you got spirit fingered. It sucks.
If only. Who's in your basement?
I have two short lists today. Number one, the person whoever designs the mixes of candy and Halloween candy bags.
Oh.
So whenever you go, I was going through the aisles yesterday because I decorated for Halloween yesterday. Late for me. I usually do like mid-September. It's always one item that fucks up the whole bag. It's like Skittles, Snickers, Twix, Dum-Dums. What the fuck is your
The
problem?
dots or
I would be-
whatever?
oh yeah, dots, Twizzlers. I'm like,
sure.
honestly, it has to be a running joke in the industry that when I was dreaming when I was little, like, what do you want to do someday? That's what I should have been doing because they would be the most perfect mixes of
candy curator.
Candy curator is what I want to be. So I just want it known that it's also criminal because they're like $20 a bag, and you have to at least get two to make the correct mix, and it's just fucking egregious.
Can we praise Reese's for their every holiday shape they have is better than their actual one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely.
What's that saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and also we're in an election year and no one's talking about this. And I'm like, it's something that's really bumming me out, especially with the election being so close to Halloween. I'm like, you guys, no one's doing anything. Okay.
Why is
These
this-
are civil servants that work for us.
This has not come up in the debates.
Not once.
We do
No one's even
not
talked
talk
about
about
it. Anyway.
But also truly fuck dots because they ripped out a crown I had one time.
Jujubes? Like, what the fuck is that?
No one
What's
should.
a jujube?
You have to have like the jaws and the teeth of a fucking, I don't know.
I don't know what it is because it's a mystery candy that doesn't really taste like candy and looks like chocolate but isn't chocolate. It's disgusting.
That's like a grandpa candy, I feel like.
It is, but that's what I'm saying.
Good and Plenty.
There's Good and Plenty. Yes, there's literally like a grandpa on the board of candy designing, and then they're like, okay, these three normal people, everyone pick a candy, and then Grandpa, Roger, get in here.
Roger.
Get in here with your little bow tie and your sweater vest, and you choose the worst thing that's ever happened to anyone. I'm like, I don't know. And then Offset is also in my basement. Cardi B's husband, they're getting a divorce. Also,
Officially
I
this
love
time?
you, Cardi B. She is accountable for having gone back to him so many times, but he took to social media and was basically like, I don't want you. I don't even want to discuss this. You're just my baby mom. I won. First of all, you're legally married, so she is your wife and your baby mother. But to say it's so reductive to just be like, you're just the mother of my child is so disgusting. And he was trying to be hurtful when he said that. But then Cardi, being the queen that she is, came back with the receipts and posted text messages. He's like begging and being like, I love you, blah, blah, blah.
Love that.
And then he's, don't you want me? And she was like, not really. And then he was like, said something else. And she's like, have a good night, blah, blah, blah. At 8 a.m, he texted her and said, can I call you and jack off while you're on the phone? Some derivative of that, but he used the word jack off and she just didn't respond. So I'm like, also when you are like that and someone's
his
texting,
feelings hurt.
oh, his feelings are hurt. But anyway, yeah, anyone that has children with another person and then tries to be reductive about it, you're in my basement. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
She's had 3 of your children.
I didn't know any of that. So
Giving the smallest dick energy I've ever heard.
I do think that she's not, because I saw then after that on a live, she said, I don't regret my children, but I regret you. I'm too good for you. And I've always been too good for you. And I think it's taken her, she's finally gotten there. Like, I've never heard her say that. And she is too good for him.
wait,
Yeah.
Fuck Talk, I didn't know she had 3 kids.
Yeah. She filed for divorce while she was still pregnant with their third. I think she just
Okay.
gave birth to her third kid.
Wow.
Ooh, well, good for her.
So anyway, good for her. Get in the basement. Men who do that, no. Like, she had your children. That's, even if you weren't married, it doesn't make her any less valued or, yeah, you're gross.
Yeah.
So, and you were wanting at 8. By the way, he texted her that at 8 a.m. Can I call you to I haven't even had my cornflakes yet. I haven't even looked at coffee and you're asking me to sit there on the phone while you jack off?
Yeah.
Basement. That's like serial killer shit.
I'm still trying to like work up, I'm like the pee is becoming emergency and you're wanting to jerk off on the phone. If
I don't
someone
even like to FaceTime with a face. So
no one
imagine
talks
that
to
you
me.
FaceTime
No
and
one
that's what you're
talked to
getting.
me before noon, especially if that forget
Especially
about
don't
it.
jerk off on yourself in front of me before that time. I'm like, Jesus. Anyway,
That's
Stassi.
like kids waking up time too.
Yeah. Also, well, because she's doing the
Like-
parenting, I imagine. So he has all the time in the
like-
world to jerk off on himself.
Yeah. That's like the timing is like not right for a
it's,
mom.
It's weird. No, they're getting kids ready for school at that time. It's very strange.
yeah.
Anywho,
Thanks so much for coming
Thanks
on.
for coming.
This was fun. This was really fun.
you can
This is
come back
great.
anytime.
Yeah. Come back
Um,
anytime.
and then-
Congratulations so much on your third book.
Thanks.
Everyone that doesn't know, if you're under a rock, Stassi's new book is called You Can't Have It All. You should check it out. It's a really fun, cute, easy read. I mentioned in it. No, but for any reason. I'm kidding. No, honestly, it's a great book. So check it out. And what else? Until next time.
I think that's all. Thank you so much. And Kay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Babe, you're gonna see the power of women, like disrespectfully.